What's up, everybody? It's been a minute. I thought I would come on here and just spend some time with you guys, answer some questions. So as you guys pour in, don't hesitate to ask away. If somebody could just confirm the audio quality. I think it's going through my headphones, but let me know. So what's up to everybody that's juaning? Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Just let me know. Confirm the marks. I hope that thumbs up is for audio quality. Getting some hearts. I will assume that we're good to go. All right. So if you guys have any questions, drop them in. I am here to be of use. All right. So we have a question here from Sean. Sean says, how do you build a relentless mindset? Sean. Step number one, you have to believe that you can get better. That's really the key. So once you believe that you can get better, then the big thing that stops people from being relentless is they think, well, this is never going to work for me. I'm not good enough. And so they have this negative voice in their head that's totally fucking with them. And when you realize, wait a second, I can get better at anything that I set my mind to. So maybe I do suck at this today, but that does not mean that I have to suck at this tomorrow. And that core of the resilience that comes from knowing that you can get better is exactly what Angela Duckworth talks about in her book, Grit. So once you realize that your talent and intelligence are malleable traits, they are not fixed traits, then you have just the absolute cornerstone to push through difficulty. So that is my answer to that. Dig it. Let's see. Roulette wheel of questions here. Justice Beaver says, I'm in a field with a master's degree, but I don't feel like I'm fully into it. Do I stick or switch? Joy, fulfillment are the only things that fucking matter. They are the only things that matter. Nothing else matters. Using your degree could not matter fucking less. So pursue the life that brings you the most joy. How do we milk joy out of our lives? By doing things that bring us fulfillment. Fulfillment is resilient. Fulfillment will take you through the hard times, doing difficult shit. So fulfillment is the following. Work really hard to gain a set of skills that matter to you and that allow you to serve yourself and other people. That's the key. Serving yourself and other people. That's the key. Once you do that, then you get into this loop of, it's kind of like being in love. The harder you work at this thing, the better you get at it, the more you're able to help people, and you get this self-reinforcing loop of people thank you for helping them and doing this thing, whether it's making better cars, better computers, funnier movies, better video games, whatever your thing is. People thank you for that thing that you created, which makes you want to get better at that thing so you can get even more of that juice. And now you're in a loop. And as long as your goals are exciting and honorable, then pursuing that doggedly will yield a very fulfilling, joy-filled life. But if you're not into the thing that you got your degree in, who the fuck cares? Go learn something else. Trust me, your degree will work its way into your thinking in weird ways that will help you. So it's never going to be a total loss. So if you're in the sunk cost fallacy, as they call it, well, I've already spent this much money on my master's degree, so it doesn't make any sense for me to peel off. It does when you think that joy matters. That's all I have to say about that. Ooh, my phone is going to fall. I can feel it. Oh, God. There we go. Random question time. This is from J. Sam Adams. How do you create a circle of friends that have similar values as you? Dude, the internet. So I would start on the internet. It can obviously get trickier to find people in your area, but hey, we're still in the middle of highly contagious disease. So even though I'm super excited to go back out into the world and am taking more and more risks every day, I would say that starting online is not a bad idea, and finding Discord groups that are rallied around something that you care about, that's really huge. So I would definitely do that. Find the people online, connect, see who's into the things you're into, meet them in the real world if you can, and then that's how I would do it. I think I just saw somebody from Greece say what's up, and what I have to say to you, Vavadis, is Yasu. Yasu. Tikanis. All right. Random question time. Here we go. Wheel of Roulette. This is from B. Shieldsy. How do you get out of your own head? I don't, but I do take just extreme measures to make sure that being in my head is a wonderful place to be. And there are many, many things that you can do to do that. If you guys haven't already, go to impacttheory.com and download my 25-point belief system. That will help you tremendously. Those 25 things are the things that I repeat to myself all the time to make sure that I don't go into a negative, dark place. If you really want to get some silence in your mind, practice meditation, which is extraordinarily useful. You can go to YouTube and type Tom Bilyeu morning routine, and I talk about meditation in my morning routine thing there. So you can check that out. Super, super, super useful. Yeah, that's what I would do. All right, next up, the Wheel of Roulette. This is from Groland28. I can't seem to say consistent. I've been depressed my whole life, and that always disrupts my consistency. Okay, so depression is its own thing, so let's make sure that we acknowledge that. One, I will say, as much as this is super fucking boring, I promise you, no matter what, even if you have childhood trauma, a big part of the depression is going to be your diet. Diet fucks with your neurochemistry and can make it very, very difficult to get out. So step number one, get sleep, because that's also massive. Prioritize sleep. Step number two, only eat whole foods and minimize your sugar intake. Step three, we need to address whatever traumas or beliefs we have and get out from under that. And if we really want to get advanced, intractable depression shows huge reactions to clinically administered psychoactive substances, whether it's MDMA or psilocybin, something like that. Again, we want to do that in clinical settings with somebody who's extraordinarily trained. We don't just want to do weekend drug use. But really, really powerful. And if I struggled with depression, I would definitely do the things that I just listed in that order. So as somebody who struggled with anxiety, I will just tell you right now, the big fucking breakthrough was whole food only. Whole food only. What does whole food mean? If you don't recognize that shit from nature, don't eat it. So I eat meat. I eat fucking vegetables. And I eat, what else do I eat? I eat a tiny bit of fruit, berries. I eat a lot of berries. Berries. That's been wonderful. I eat berries because they're low glycemic, so they don't spike my blood sugar. Yeah. You want to talk about something that's really fucking boring that will change your life? Just eat whole food. Just eat whole food. That's it. I don't want that to be true because it's fucking boring. But it is so life-changing. It's life-changing. And when you think about making sure that you're ready to rock and roll should you get COVID, diet, sleep, exercise, diet, sleep, exercise. 3 things that could not bore me anymore if they tried, and they are really fucking effective. I'll stop. So much of my life is focused on that. All right, the roulette wheel of questions. Here we go. We're stopping randomly. Who knows what we get? All right, this is from KH Barum. If I move to the U.S. from Uzbekistan, how can I become a millionaire in 3 years? Ooh. Okay. 1, you don't need to move to America. Let's start with that. But I love America. I do. And I'm so sad that so many people don't love America anymore, but it's fucking amazing. And it gives so much. Yay. Is it perfect? No. But having anyway, let's move off that. Here's what you want to do from an investment strategy standpoint. So guys, the only smart move is long-term investing. I do not consider myself a good investor, but I'm going to answer this question in a way where you can see how I think about it. So long-term investing, that's way safer. Put something into a wildly diversified basket and fucking sit on it for 20 years. That is the lowest risk, least volatile way to do it. Now, having said that, and please caveat, know that I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to investing, but I feel so fucking compelled to talk to people about what's happening in technology right now. The entire world is being digitized, okay? In the form of monetary, in the form of collectibles in the form of what people are calling the world computer, distributed computing. If you're not researching, it's the only thing I will say, just please research Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the technology of NFTs. Don't get lost in that right now. It comes in the form largely of art and collectibles. Look at the technology. I actually feel like I am on a mission in life to get people to understand that there is a tremendous moment of disruption that's happening right now. Right now. You're living in it right now. Web3, everybody. I'm going to fucking play this back in 5 years and nobody can say that I didn't bring it up. Web3 is going to fucking change the world. Web3 is this distributed internet where everything is interconnected, where money goes digital. They talk about Bitcoin being digital gold. Don't fucking sleep on the concept. Just go research. I'm not telling you to fucking invest, but I have. I have invested aggressively, still within sanity lane, still never a dollar more than I'm prepared to lose without fucking up my life. I don't leverage anything. And if I only put the number of dollars in that I could lose and be fine. I think that's sage advice. But the world is going through a period of transition right now. It is opening up financial opportunities to people that have historically been iced out. You can fractionalize these as the world goes digital. You can fractionalize all of the cryptocurrencies. You could put a fucking dollar into cryptocurrency, okay? You don't need a lot of money. Do the research, come up with a thesis. Only risk as much as you're willing to lose. It's fucking interesting. And keep an eye on what's happening in the Web3 space, whether it's you starting your own company, whether it's you investing in other companies, whether it's you just at least knowing what's coming so that you can use the technologies. But in any moment of disruption is going to be the great financial opportunities of our lives. And right now, as things like Bitcoin come online and give you an entirely new asset class that is accessible to anybody because you can buy a tiny fraction of one. It just becomes a question of whether you understand it well enough to make the move and whether you are willing to make the move. Because right now, people talk about, the system is broken and there's no way for millennials and Gen Z to get ahead. And then they're presented with this tremendous opportunity and people aren't looking at it, or they look at it super briefly and then they close the door instead of really exploring it. And I haven't been reading the comments, but I'm sure that there are concerns about the environment and things like that. All of that stuff will get better every single day, and every new technology that's moved the world forward ever has used energy. It just is. And so believing that long term it will get better and better and better, but that you don't want this moment to pass you by, because this is democratizing opportunity. It's making it fucking available to everybody. Okay, with that, I will let go of that because I know people would probably rather talk mindset, but I just feel that's so fucking important. All right, roulette wheel. Here we go. All right, this is from J Duds. If you found a business opportunity but struggled for years to even get progress, how would you decide if it's... I don't see how to see the rest of that question. Clicking on it did not help. So I don't know where that's going. Sometimes you lose in the roulette here. So let's go back to Q&A. Why can't I get rid of that? There we go. Let's take 2 here. Oh, wait a second. Was that revealing it? Yes, it is. Okay, I found it. Okay, so if you found a business opportunity but struggled for years to even get progress, how would you decide if it's right for you? It's not really about if it's right for me. I would recognize that I'm not doing the right things. So I'd be asking myself one simple question. What skill am I lacking? When you're not getting the result that you want in life, you are missing a skill. And this is around having to figure out either, am I going to develop that skill or am I going to outsource that to somebody who already has it? So skills. Always be asking that question. What do I need to get better at in order to get the result that I want? Here we go. Roulette. This is from the Tech Diva. I'm single always. Why? Okay. The Tech Diva. Just as I was saying, with anything, you have a goal. You're not getting the result that you want. Then we know that this is a skill set problem. Now, I would need to get to know you before I could give you any specific advice, but I will tell you this. In my 20s, I was single all the time. I had no game with women. I had no idea how to move forward. But thankfully, I thought, this is a skill problem. Let me go find somebody that's very good with women and ask them what they do. And the punchline for me, given my skill set, was confidence. I was very good with women in the friend zone because there was nothing at stake. I didn't have anything to lose. And so when I was not dating somebody, then I could get somebody's attention. But then the second I would show up on the first date with flowers and poems and I would start acting differently and like I was afraid that I was going to lose them, then I would lose them. And so finally, what I had to realize was you cannot have fear of loss. You need to be aggressively yourself, and you need to make sure that yourself is someone that would be desirable to other people. That's just the truth. So you've got to become the kind of person that other people want to be around, that other people would want to date. So you have to understand, what is it that people want to date? They want somebody who's open-minded, loving. They have a growth mindset. They elevate people. They're fun to be around, okay? All of that stuff. And then whatever peculiar interest the type of person that you'd want to be around has, let people know what you're about. That's a huge part of this. And by the way, if you guys want more in-depth stuff, Lisa, my wife, and I, been married for 19 years, been together for 21. We do a show called Relationship Theory on YouTube. Check it out. We go fucking ham, go very deep on these ideas about how to become a kind of person that has their own respect, that has a sense of self-worth, that has confidence, that can be aggressively themselves, that is the kind of person that other people would want to be around. It's a really big deal. So do it. And by the way, the Tech Diva, know this. You can change. So you can become a person that you're impressed with. That's the goal, right? We're not trying to please other people. We're trying to become the kind of person that we're impressed by, that when we're alone, we love us. We think good things about who we are. At the end of the day, how you feel about yourself when you're by yourself is what matters. Now you get that right. You feel good about who you are, and not in a bravado way. Like you really know what makes a person of worth, and you do those things. And I'll give you a quick punchline. Help other people. Help other people. When you help other people, it will fucking make you feel so good you can't even imagine. Now you come back to a relationship knowing, I can deliver my own value, my own self-worth. And so I can step into this relationship not needing to do anything to morph myself into who I think they want me to be. I just be me. I elevate people. I make people feel good. I help people. I fucking do hard shit. I get good at hard things that let me pursue my goals and help other people. That is that magic combination. When you do that, you will have that self-worth and self-confidence, and you can walk into a relationship with some swagger. When you've got that swagger, then people will be drawn to you. For Swayze. All right, last question that I'm going to have to bounce. Thank you guys all for joining me. I really appreciate it. Going roulette wheel spin here. All right, this is from Victor Souza. How do I get rid of bad habits? Okay, Victor, it ain't easy. It's a process. You have to let the habits atrophy by not using them. So the way that we let habits atrophy by not using them is to build excitement around something new that we can put all of our energy into. Every time the bad habit resurfaces, we're going to do what's called pattern interrupting. This is an idea from cognitive behavioral therapy. And when that old habit emerges, you recognize it, you interrupt it, and then you use the appearance of the old habit as a habit loop trigger for the new habit that we want to make real. Then we're going to cement that new habit by engaging in it frequently. They say it takes 28 days roughly to form a new habit where you're doing it religiously. But I'll say there's another element to this, which is you have to be able to get yourself excited about the new habit you're trying to build. So this is where I sent a tweet about this the other day. There is a difference between what you actually want and what you're supposed to want. Don't get suckered. Don't fall for what people tell you should want. Leverage what you actually do want. So for instance, to get lean, I could have focused on getting healthy. as looking good naked. Now, you can tell me that that's shallow. I don't give a fuck. I really wanted that. And it felt awesome to achieve it. I was once at a pool party with my wife. I want to be very clear. This is one of the coolest things. Again, judge me all you want. I actually don't mind. It doesn't matter to me. A woman swam across the pool, crawled up out of the pool, went to my wife and said, "May I pet your husband's abs?" Now, that shit was amazing. Maybe I shouldn't want that. Maybe that shouldn't be cool, but it was fucking cool. And so that got me through a lot of being really strict on my diet in a way that wanting to live forever just didn't. So find the thing, the goal that you really want, whether you're supposed to want it or not, and then lean in. Encourage that in yourself. Be excited about it. Have fun with it. Get amped. Set a big goal. Go ham. Go after it. That shit is fun. And focus on things that give you more energy than they take. If you invest in things that give you more energy than they take and you breathe, air onto that fire and really turn that into a raging inferno, now over time you've got something special because you'll have the stamina to see it through. All right. There it is, everybody. That's it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. By the way, if you like this mindset stuff, I teach Impact Theory University. Go right now, sign up for Impact Theory University. You can get my Mindset 101 thing for free so you can see, but it's the shit. Check it out. Impact Theory University, you guys. Head over, sign up today. I guarantee it. In fact, I will give your money back if it's not fucking amazing, if it isn't the best thing that ever happened to you. But check it out. Impact Theory University. We're killing the game over there. All right, everybody. Until next time, my friends. Be legendary.